Hey there!
Welcome to Wellness Script. Your journey to a healthier, happier you starts here. Today, we're diving into something super important: the 10 worst foods that are secretly stealing your health and energy every single day. Think of these foods like sneaky little traps just waiting to mess you up. You might recognize a few of them, but today, I'm not just telling you what's bad. I'm also going to explain why they're bad. Knowing the why makes a huge difference because, let's be real, when you're staring at a bag of chips or a shiny donut, it's easy to give in. But once you understand what those foods actually do to your body, saying no gets way easier. And don't worry, I'm not just here to take away your favorite snacks. I'll show you delicious, healthier swaps so you can still snack, still have desserts, and still enjoy life, just without wrecking your body. Ready to feel your best without giving up all the fun? Let's jump right into it. First up, worst food number 1, chips. Oh man, I know you're groaning already. We all love them. Whether it's Lay's, Ruffles, or those tangy salt and vinegar ones, chips have a special place in our hearts, but also in our problems. Here's the deal. Chips are basically empty calories. They start with low-quality potatoes, soak them in junky oils, fry them up, and sprinkle tons of salt on top. That's it, no real nutrition, just a lot of extra fat and chemicals your body doesn't need. And get this, eating just 3 ounces of chips per week adds up to over 24,000 extra calories a year. That's like gaining 7 pounds of fat, without even realizing it. Pretty wild, right? So here's your mission. Go to your pantry and toss any low-quality chips you find. Seriously, just get rid of them. Now, for the good news, you don't have to give up crunchy snacks forever. There are awesome brands out there, like Siete, that make chips using better ingredients like almond or cassava flour and cook them with healthy avocado oil. They taste amazing and are way kinder to your body. Pro tip: always pour your chips into a small bowl instead of eating straight from the bag. Trust me, it saves you big time. And if you want a fun, homemade option, try making apple chips. Just slice up some apples, sprinkle on a little cinnamon and salt, and pop them in a dehydrator or oven. Another fun idea? Zucchini chips. Slice zucchini super thin, season however you like, and bake at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for about 3 hours. You'll end up with crunchy, tasty snacks that you can feel awesome about eating. All right, let's roll into food number 2 on our list. And trust me, this one's a big deal: non-organic bread. I'm bringing this up early because, let's be real, almost everybody loves bread, right? And here's the good news: you can totally eat bread and still lose weight. Yup, you heard that right. But, and this is important, it's gotta be the right kind of bread. The trick is switching to organic, sprouted bread. Brands like Ezekiel Bread and Dave's Killer Bread, the sprouted kind, are awesome choices. Even an organic sourdough can be a way better option. The big thing here is that word organic, and here's why. When you eat non-organic bread, you're also eating something nasty called glyphosate. Glyphosate is the chemical in Roundup, that stuff they spray on crops to kill weeds. And, sorry to be blunt, but it's toxic. It wrecks your gut health. It's been linked to cancer, fertility problems, brain issues, and it's literally everywhere. Scary, right? All right, let's jump into food number 3, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. It's all those baked treats like pastries, donuts, and strudels. I know, you're probably thinking, obviously that stuff isn't healthy. But today, I want you to understand exactly why they're worse than you might think. These goodies are made with junky flour, usually non-organic, mixed with cheap vegetable oils and loaded with sugar. Bad enough, right? But here's the real kicker. A lot of baked goods also sneak in something called bromides. Bromides are chemicals used to make pastries softer and fluffier. Sounds harmless, but it's not. These bromides mess with your thyroid, which is a little butterfly-shaped gland in your neck that controls your metabolism and energy. Bromides block your thyroid from using iodine, which it needs to keep your hormones balanced. When that happens, you can feel tired, sluggish, have hair problems, even mess up your cycle if you're a woman. So yeah, pastries aren't just a little treat. They can seriously mess with your body over time. Best move? Kick these out of your life and swap your breakfast pastries for something way better, like a slice of organic, sprouted bread with avocado or an egg-based breakfast. You'll feel full, energized, and protect your thyroid at the same time. Now, onto food number 4, and it's a big one: pasta, especially when it's drowning in creamy sauces like chicken Alfredo. Listen, I'm not here to cancel pasta. The trick is choosing the right kind. If you're eating regular white pasta smothered in thick, cheesy sauces, that's where the problems start. Even just 1 cup of chicken Alfredo can sneak in over 500 calories, and let's be honest, whoever eats just 1 cup? Most of us pile up a mountain of it and then feel awful afterward. If you love pasta, the secret is switching to better noodles like organic wheat pasta, chickpea pasta, or brown rice pasta. Then, ditch the creamy sauce and go for a red sauce instead, something low in sugar. Look for less than 4 grams of sugar, or even better, no added sugars. Crushed tomato sauces are awesome because they're packed with vitamin A, vitamin K, and lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that's great for your eyes, your skin, and for men, even prostate health. Plus, it tastes amazing. Drizzle a little olive oil and sprinkle some salt, and you've got a meal that's not only delicious but good for your body too. So remember, if you want to keep pasta on your plate without wrecking your health, ditch the cream, choose a better noodle, and keep it simple with a healthy red sauce. Let's roll into food number 5 on our list, and oh boy, it's a big one: fried fish and fried chicken. Actually, all fried foods, but today we're zooming in on these two because they're everywhere. So, what exactly is fried food? It's when someone takes a piece of meat, usually not the best quality, covers it in cheap, non-organic flour, and dunks it into a huge vat of junky oil at super high heat. That cooking process creates nasty things called trans fats and other stuff that's terrible for your heart. Fried foods are like tiny bombs for your arteries, creating inflammation that can lead to heart attacks and strokes over time. Now, if you have fried fish once in a blue moon, like a special Friday night dinner, okay, no biggie. But if fried foods are on your plate every week, it's time to switch it up. The good news is you can still have super tasty chicken and fish without frying it. Try using an air fryer, or bake or grill your food instead. And here's a trick: when you eat out, always ask for your meat to be grilled or baked with a side of veggies. Boom! A healthy meal, no drama. Now, let's keep the momentum going with food number 6, and it's a sneaky one: highly processed meats like hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats. Let's be real, processed meats might be tasty, but they're bad news for your body. Experts all agree on this. These meats are linked to a higher risk of colon cancer, which is super serious.
Why?
Because they're packed with things called nitrites and nitrates, chemicals that can irritate your gut, mess up your DNA, and open the door to major health problems. Plus, processed meats usually come from the worst parts of the animal, ground up and glued together with tons of salt and low-quality saturated fats. It's like a heart attack in a bun. So, what's the better move? If you love hot dogs, switch to an organic, grass-fed beef hot dog once in a while, just not every week. Want a sausage? Grab a chicken sausage made with real, better quality meat. Instead of those salty cold cuts like salami or ham, pick up some fresh turkey breast or chicken breast. Even better, cook it yourself and slice it at home. Trust me, making small swaps now will pay off huge later. Better choices equals stronger body, longer life. All right, let's dive into the next one. Worst food number 7, French fries. And yeah, you're probably thinking, of course fries are bad, but let's really break it down so it sticks in your brain. Fries are basically potatoes dunked in junky oils at super high temperatures, making them crispy and addictive. Sounds harmless, right?
Wrong.
When you cook carbs like potatoes at crazy heat, they create something called acrylamides, nasty little chemicals that can age your body faster and even raise your risk of cancer. French fries are loaded with them. Think about it. Eating fries every single day is like asking for trouble. But hey, life happens. Maybe you're out with friends or grabbing a quick meal. Here's the trick: you can still enjoy that burger once in a while. Just skip the fries. Trust me, you won't even miss them after a while. And if you're hardcore about your fry love, no problem. Make your own at home. Slice up some sweet potatoes, drizzle a little olive oil, Sprinkle some salt and bake them. Boom, crispy, delicious, way healthier. And remember, those frozen pre-cut fries you buy at the store? Still not great. They're coated in low-quality oils too. Fresh and homemade is always the way to go. Moving right along to worst food number 8. Too much dairy, especially ice cream. Let's be real, ice cream is delicious, but it's usually a big mess of sugary, low-quality dairy mixed with artificial flavors and chemicals. And guess when we usually eat it? At night. The worst time to spike your blood sugar. But good news, there are better choices. What do you think about coconut milk ice cream bars from a brand called So Delicious? Super low in sugar, no dairy, and they taste amazing. These days, if you go to any decent grocery store, especially the health-focused ones, you'll find tons of better options. Now, a quick word about dairy itself. Not all dairy is terrible. Fermented stuff like Greek yogurt, kefir, and a little bit of goat cheese here, and there can actually be good for you. But crushing loads of milk, cheese, and ice cream every day?
Not so smart.
Many people, actually up to 90% of the world, are sensitive to dairy, especially if you're Black or Asian. Plus, dairy can create mucus, gut problems, and it even contains a compound that acts like a tiny opioid. No joke, it can literally get you addicted. So think of dairy as an occasional treat, not an everyday thing. A little Parmesan on your salad? Cool. But living on milkshakes?
Nope.
Now, let's roll into worst food number 9. Highly processed plant-based foods. Look, adding more plants to your meals is awesome. Things like veggie bowls, quinoa, beans, avocado, all good stuff. But a lot of those fake vegan foods? Not so much. Companies are making vegan buffalo wings or plant-based burgers by smashing together low-quality soy, gluten, chemicals, vegetable oils, and coloring. Sounds healthy? Not even close. If you want real plant power, stick to whole foods. Make a hearty vegetarian chili or a colorful power bowl with real ingredients. And if you like tofu, always choose organic tofu because non-organic tofu is loaded with pesticides that mess with your hormones. Fresh, clean, colorful food. That's the way you're gonna feel better, look better, and stay strong. And finally, we've made it to worst food number 10. Fake healthy, high-sugar fruit drinks. You know the ones, they have names like Green Goddess or Tropical Energy Explosion and scream healthy, right from the bottle. But here's the truth, they're just sugar bombs in disguise. Flip the bottle around and check the label. You'll find a mess of fruit purees like mango, apple, and orange, packed with 30 to 40 grams of sugar. Sure, they toss in some vitamin C, but you could get that from an actual orange without the sugar overload. Real fruit, like a handful of blueberries, gives you fiber, water, vitamins, and even compounds that help your body burn fat. But when you drink it all juiced and processed, you're missing all the good stuff. Now, if you want to juice at home, apples, carrots, celery, ginger, that's cool because you're using real, fresh ingredients. But those bottled health drinks at the store? Nah, ditch them. You'll feel way better eating whole fruits and saving your energy for real health wins. Stick around, because the next video will dive into the best foods you should be eating. Plus, I've got some epic workout tips coming too. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, thanks for hanging out with me today.